Assignment 3B Video 5. For this right here, in this video we're going to be taking a look at how to insert a table and a pie into your map. To do this, the first step for the table, we want to insert the different lakes and the square kilometers of those lakes as well. To do that, we go to the layers, to the table of contents, and under layers, go down to water. If you highlight this, then right click, you would go up to open attribute table. This would open up right here. The first thing that we'll notice is that the names of the bodies of water appear here as well as the square kilometers, but there are too many of them right now. So what we want to do is sort it and select anything that's over 20,000 square kilometers. To do that, we go up to our select by attributes. Clicking on this will open up this dialog box over here, and similar to the city populations, what we want to do is go to square kilometers, double click to send it down into here, greater than sign, and then simply type in 20,000. We're going to apply and close. What you'll notice in this table, when we go back to this table right here, is that it hasn't been sorted out, and it won't be until you select this right here where it says show selected records. This one on the left is still showing all of them, but we want to just show the selected records. Once we have this, the next step is to sort this column right here by square kilometers. So we want the largest lake on the top and the smallest one on the bottom. I know in the handout it doesn't quite do that, but not on the example, but we're going to sort it and simply go to the square kilometers. If you right click and you sort descending, it will sort it accordingly. The next step, when we create our table, we do not want these different columns to show up, so we have to actually highlight this. So if you click on the first one, and then what you do is hold the control key down, then click on the other two, then simply right click and go to freeze/unfreeze column, and when you click on this, these columns here should be frozen. The final step would be go to this table options and then simply add table to layout. When you add it to layout right here, I'm going to close this table dialog box off. You can see that the table gets created. We can scale it down, or not scale it down, but reduce the size of the grips, and then just simply drop it into place. So that's how to create a table. Now what we're going to do now is create a pie graph showing the different provinces and their populations. So to do that, what we're going to do is again go to the table of contents area. Under layers, go down to Canadian, right click on this, go to the open attribute table. Once this appears right here, what we're going to take a look at is simply go to the table options here, and we want to create a graph. Clicking on this, first thing we'll notice is the graph type. Take a look at the vertical bar. If we click, it opens up different options. Go down to the pie graph. Clicking on this will change it, and the next step is to, nothing appears here because you have to actually indicate what value you want, and for that we want the population 1996. So clicking on this will open up, and you can see that the graph is almost ready to be inserted. Simply click on next. Will bring us to this area here where we can change the title and just simply add population. And then simply click on finish. Once we click on finish right here, we can actually close this table diagram off, or this dialog box, close that off. We have the graph of Canadian population. You would simply right click in this, then go down to copy as graphic, and then we can simply paste. Moving it into place, You might have to adjust your map size. We can actually close this off right now. You can adjust your map size in order to make it fit. And that's how to create a pie graph in your map. The last step is to create what is called a neat line, and that's just simply a border around your map. To do that, we'll go to the insert and go down to neat line. And then what you have to check here is that your rounding is at 5% as per the handout. And the border that you should be using, let's say, is use the 2-point font. That's fine. And simply click on OK. What you'll notice is that this border gets inserted. You might also notice that the color is a little bit off. So we want no color. So we have to go back to the properties. So to do that, right now it's highlighted, and you can tell it's highlighted because the grips are showing. You simply right click, go to properties, where it says the background color right here. We can simply click on no color and OK. That will get rid of the color. You might have to adjust the border somewhat in order for it to print properly, and this I found is a little bit finicky and might not be exact. So you might have to play with it a little bit, but if you get it close, that should be fine. Let's see, somewhere around there. Okay, this concludes assignment 3B, video 5.